What's up, everyone, and welcome to FAQ126. Actually, at the time when I'm recording this, it's actually exactly 1 week before you're watching this. I went into my office on Sunday last week because my whole family is ill, and I feel that I'm about to get ill as well. So I thought, damn, I need to make this FAQ happen. Otherwise, this coming week will be absolute shit. But I'm feeling great right now, but I feel in my throat, it's kind of like... I figured I would take out this beauty. I used one of these for the Dime Bass show when I played Roots. And shit, this is like the most awesome sounding 7-string Solar, man. This is like an absolute beast. This string that's just loose like this absolutely helps with the tone right here. So throaty sounding, I love that. But the main reason why we're here is because you have questions. I have the answers. So let's go. This is FAQ 126. My kids are sitting out there, by the way, playing Sonic on the PlayStation. They're okay. They've been ill for a week now, but they're getting, they're getting better and better. It's Louise, she's a wreck. She's at home, dead, basically. So I'm looking forward to this coming week. I will probably be dead as well. Fredlund, hey Ola, love the vlog from NAM. When seeing you with all your paying friends and all the people coming up to you to get a picture and meet you, it must be hard not letting it go to your head. What do you do to stay grounded? Because you seem so down to earth in that Scandinavian way we all love. Love your work and your playing. You're a huge inspiration playing-wise. See you on Discord. Thank you so much, Fredlund, my beautiful, beautiful paying friend. I would understand if something like this would get to your head, and maybe it has. I don't know, because I only know myself. I don't know the image that people have in their head regarding me or how I behave when I'm out. But I just try to, remember where I come from. I mean, I'm just a metal dude. I'm just a metal fan. I'm a fan for a lot of bands, guitar players out there. And when people come to me and say that they're a fan of me, it's very humbling for sure. And, it makes me really proud about myself. But I also try to remind myself that I'm just another dude. It's very easy when you're Swedish because we have the Jante law. It's basically a law in Scandinavia which basically teaches you that you're not anyone special. We're all equal. So maybe that's it. Maybe it has already gone to my head and I'm a complete asshole, but I have no idea. I'm just sitting here on my ass. No coffee today though, I'm drinking a Coke Zero. Shred Head, dearest Ola, gear is heavy. Should my band throw away all of our heavy equipment and just use the Neural Quad Cortex from now on? Great question. Yes, I think you... no. Yes and no. I mean, depends on the situation of your band. If you're a small band, then you're kind of struggling. You have to travel places, and it costs money bringing shit around. You have to have a big van to carry all your drums and stuff like that. I mean, if you can try and make your touring spectacle as small as you can, that's probably for the best for the band, if you're a smaller band and you don't really have that much of a budget to work with. If you have the means and the possibility to bring around 4x12s and amplifiers, tube amplifier heads, then good for you. Very happy. I mean, just convenience-wise, having like a Neural Quad Cortex or like a Axe 8 fractal pedal or even like a Kemper. The thing about that is that you will always have the same sound out. If you go direct, for instance, you will always have the same exact sound and tone every night. With 4x12s and amplifiers, mic'd up cabinets and all that, I mean, a cabinet and amp can sound so different from one place to the other when you're out on tour. It's really amazing actually how much that affects the whole perception of your tone right there. But having, an Axe 8, I personally have an Axe 8 that I plug into like a backline amplifier, so I don't have to bring a 4x12 and an amplifier to the gig. I just rent something at the show or a festival or something like that, and I just plug in my Axe 8 into the effects loop. So I still get the cabinet and power amp going, but I can still go direct if I want, and I mean, it's just more convenient that way. Is it the most perfect solution when it comes to having the absolute perfect tone live? No, it's definitely not. If I could, I would play tube amplifiers through and through any day of the week live because of the feel, you know, having that 4x12 stack behind you, feeding you that bullshit in your back. I mean, that's a really awesome dream, but that's not reality right there. I mean, we need to save down on costs. Bringing small units like that helps us to not spend a lot of money for traveling, basically. Now, the Neural Quad Cortex, I've only played it at NAMM. It seems like it's a really, really good unit, but it's really hard to tell when you're listening through a monitor speaker, and you know, it's NAMM. It's really hard to just picture anything. But if it sounds anything like the plugins on computer and the interface stays like it is right now, the user interface, I think the Neural Quad Cortex is probably going to be a hit. But most importantly, and what would be absolutely crucial for the Neural Quad Cortex is how it will feel when you plug it in. Is there latency? Is there an input lag? I don't know. I'm looking forward to trying it out. It's going to be really exciting because I'm excited about products like that. Thank you so much, Shredhead. Chaosware. Hi Ola, I remember the Fear gig at Euroblast. I was there, and this is how I actually discovered you, by checking out the bands on the bill before the festival. Here's a question. Although you don't plan on touring with Fear for the moment, how about coming to the Euroblast festival once again, but to perform your solo stuff? A one-off concert to celebrate the Master of the Universe album would be really cool. Thank you so much. Now the problem is that even though it's just a one-off show, it's exactly the same amount of preparing for that one show that it would be for doing 10 or 20 shows. It would probably make less sense to have just one show. It would make more sense to probably do 20 shows and actually prepare a couple of musicians for that rather than just doing one show. That's just me just saying. And also, you know, bringing a band together, that's a lot of work right there. And you have to rehearse together, and it's just, it's a lot of work. I would love to be able to do it. I mean, I can go there by myself and do a clinic. That's a lot easier because then it's just me and myself and my computer. I'm gonna think about it. Maybe if I record another album and it becomes a huge, huge success, that's just a violent guess right there that it's gonna be a success. Probably not, because I just don't know yet. I have one song for the next album. That one is really good, but it's all about the whole concept of the album coming together. I hope I'll nail it. But who knows? I mean, you guys might not like what I like. Just saying. Music is so subjective, okay? Thank you. Dario Vitelli. Olas, if you had to choose for one guitar and one rig to stick with for the rest of your life, what would those be and why? Excellent question, and thank you, because now I can, you know, talk about my brand of guitars, solar guitars. For a guitar, I would probably bring something like this, like a standard A1.6 or A2.6, probably a A1.6 that has an Evertune bridge. This right here is just an incredible workhorse. It's just an overall super awesome guitar that you can use for whatever, basically. I mean, it's just such a slick and easy playing guitar, but because I am the owner of Solar Guitars Enterprise Limited AB, I will make a choice for this that's not biased. If I got to just pick one guitar, I would probably bring like an Ibanez JPM. You know, my P3 that I have there, or is it, no, P4. The P4 guitar that I have. With the camo. I mean, those older 90s, you know, Ibanez guitars are just really good. Or like an RG550 from the late 80s, early 90s. They were just excellent playing guitars. And I would probably bring one of those. Now for rig. Okay, I'm gonna start with this. By saying this, I'm not sponsored by Roland or Boss at all, okay? Remember that. But I would probably choose like a Katana 50 combo or something like that. Why I picked this is because, one, I think they sound excellent. Two, you have basically all you need, I mean, when it comes to effects. And three, you also have a speaker that sounds good in a smaller cabinet. Maybe like the bigger Katana or something like that would probably be great. Either that, just to cover everything that I need, or my Mesa Tremorverb with my oversized cabinet and a boost pedal. Okay, so let's say that because I'm cool and not sponsored. Okay, for guitar, Ibanez JPM or RG550. And for rig, I would choose my tremor verb with a boost and my oversized cabinet right there. Done deal. But if I wasn't the president for solar guitars, I would pick this guitar. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. I mean, look at it. Tastes of sweat and refuse to resist, because I used that guitar on refuse to resist at Dime Bash. Okay, Des079, during your NAMM vlog, you teased us with a bunch of coffee with Ola guests. Is there a planned release time for these, or are you just going to continue being a huge tease? Really looking forward to coffee with Devin. Thank you so much. So I made 4 different coffee with Ola interviews at NAMM. I will probably release them every other week, something like that, for the coming weeks. I did one with Devin Townsend, Dino Casares, David Davidson of Revocation, and Marcy Montaseri of Exhorter. I think all of the interviews I did were absolutely kick-ass. I think they turned out really, really well. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing them and sharing them with you guys, especially the Devin one, because he basically just went balls out talking. And I was sitting there like a dork, basically. It was a great moment. Miles Adams, hey Ola, what brand studio monitors do you use? What size do you recommend for standard bedroom size room? What audio interface do you like and use? Love your humor. Thank you, Miles. So the speakers I have here are Dynaudio Lid 8. Now, I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to monitors like this. I know a lot of people, they swear about monitors and different brands and Focal or whatever, which sound totally amazing, by the way. I've heard Focal, they're really, really fucking good. But before I had these, I had Yamaha HS8. Before that, I had Behringer speakers, which are they're probably like the cheapest one for size out there right now. And I thought they sound really good. These I'm using because I got them from Dynaudio, which they were really nice, and they just sent them to me. And since then, I'm like, yeah, they sound great. I thought the Yamahas sounded great as well, and I thought the Behringers sounded great as well. I think it's very important that you listen to the music you enjoy through the speakers to try them out. Do you enjoy listening to these? Okay, compared to someone else. Does it sound good here? I mean, just find the speakers that sound right for you. And I would totally recommend getting 8-inch at least, because when you go 8-inch, you probably don't need a subwoofer to go with your speakers. If you go 5-inch, you probably need a subwoofer to get some of that low end. But 8 is it's on the edge of not needing a subwoofer. Even though these are 8-inch, I still have a subwoofer down here, but it's barely on when I run my music. It's basically it's down there like playing the music. It's really hard to hear, but it's down there. Just give it a little bit of low end, that more of a feel rather than actually hearing. And this is a Yamaha subwoofer that I kept from my Yamaha setup. But I'm really happy with the Dynaudio here, Lid 8. They're a little bit more expensive, I think, than Yamaha and Behringer. But I also had Genelix. Genelix, great brand, but I actually preferred these because I just enjoy listening more to these. I'm not getting as much of an ear fatigue as I got from using Genelix, because I was getting tired a lot quicker with those. So there you go, Dynaudio. I can definitely recommend these. Are they professional? I have no f***ing idea. Calvin Robinson, Ola, any interest in outboard processing, EQs, compressors, etc. for either mixing or rig setups? I am very interested in outboard equipment, but I haven't bought any outboard equipment because I know that will just be me going into the rabbit hole right there. And I know it's an expensive rabbit hole, so I'm definitely not going that route. The problem also with outboard equipment is that you need, ins and outs on your audio interface. If you want to use it in your setup or as a plugin, you can send buses to different effects to add that outboard gear. But I mean, it's just so much easier to just put a plugin in there. It's like, the plugins are really good nowadays. The only thing I probably would love to have is like a really good limiter or a compressor that I can use when I'm sort of mastering stuff. But then again, I'm not really a mixing, mastering guy. I do whatever needs to be done for my YouTube videos, but if I have an album or stuff like that, I just rely on other people fixing that for me. So no, the only gear that I have in my rack that I would consider being like outboard, I have an XFX, not really outboard, that's like a processor. Nah. That's it. That's it, basically. Is that a crack? Looks like there's a crack on the screen for my XFX3. Crack in my ass, maybe. Uncle RJ Kitten, hey Ola, what's your opinion on not broadening your listening to other bands? I listen to only 4 bands exclusively, and I'm very happy with my decision. Is this a bad thing that label me as a narrow-minded individual? Please give me your honest answer. Different strokes for different folks, I would say. The cool thing about music is that everyone's experience is different, and people have different needs when it comes to music. I mean, some, they just casually listen to the radio, that's enough for them, and some go really, you know, deep and do deep diving into a genre or a band or something like that. So, I mean, you can compare it to porn. Some of us, you know, when we watch porn, we want something new all the time. I mean, that's basically the hunt right there. You just need something new. And some, they just like to watch the old porn clips that they've always been watching. And with that answer, this video will probably get demonetized. So people are probably going to say that you're missing out on a lot of the bands, but I mean, who the f cares? If you're happy, that's what's the most important to you, okay? You know, up until like a month ago, I didn't actually really listen to Megadeth, and then I made a video about it. People said that I hated Megadeth, but I never hated Megadeth, okay? I just never listened to them. And then I started listening to them, and now I'm a fan of the band. I went to their shows, I made the Coffee with Kiko, and I just have so much more respect for that band because now I'm actually listening to that band. So I'm actually really happy that I made this journey and that people were pushing me to listen to Megadeth. So with that said, I mean, there's always new bands out there that will surprise me at least. So even if it is a band like Megadeth that's been going on for a good while, I mean, just try it out. Maybe you'll find something you really, really like and will blow you away. But then again, it's all up to you, man. This right here. If you had like a wife with dangling tits, this would be the move for you right there. Just saying. Jan K. Hey Ola, did you see the boy who played a complete Shred collab 2019? There are so talented people. No, I did not see this, but I will, because Ola is all about reacting right now. Oh, you know what just happened? I found fiber up here on the roof. I finally found the cable that was our fiber, and I just uploaded one of the Coffee with Ola segments. That video was 5 or 6 gigabytes, and it took 10 minutes to upload to YouTube. That made me so happy. I never had internet that quick. Okay, let's make a speed test. Ooh! Ah, okay, it was up at 600 megabits per second. Now it's 300. Okay, that's download, upload. Ooh, it's up at 800. 400, 350. Oh, it's going down, it's going down. Okay, so about 300 up and down. That's very good. I've never had that good. And I know there are guys out there with like 1,000 up and down. You're like, oh, Ola, you and your 300, fuck you. But I'm happy. Okay, let's check out that video. Oh, this guy is actually playing. Oh my god, that's dedication right there when you learn every solo on there. Ooh, it seems like he won some sort of prize. He has a couple of prizes up here. So he's probably like a pro or something like that. I mean, he is playing a John Petrucci guitar. The Mystic Dream finish right there. Now it's my part. Oh, switch guitars. Oh, he's playing a pure SSC right now. Oh, that's really good, actually. Oh, it was not the correct note, but still. Holy shit. It was actually sort of spot on, but I mean, imagine he's just playing every other guitar player solo on this channel. Right now it's Lucas Mann. Okay, holy shit. Yeah, I mean, people are saying that Shred is dead and, you know, there are no real rock stars out there. I mean, this guy, he's a fucking rock star. Alain Ibrahim. Holy shit. That's really, really awesome. Imagine taking on the full fucking Shred Wars right there. Just thinking about it just makes me want to shit my pants. Stephen Faust, what's the hardest solo you've ever written and the hardest you ever learned? Okay, good. fuck, does this mean I have to play? Okay. I think some of the most hardest solos that I've written are on the Feared Cinder album, because I was basically practicing all day for those solos. And if you would ask me today, I would probably not be able to play them. Dying Day probably has a very hard solo, and I'll see if I can find it here somewhere. And I mean, the hardest solo I've ever learned, that would probably be all the Dimebag solos right there. I mean, before going to NAMM, I learned the solo for A New Level, because that was the song I was supposed to play lead for at Dimebag. And it's not so much that it's super technical or fast or anything like that. It's just that the timing is so special with Dimebag solos. It's just really hard to nail. I can't nail them. And I know a lot of other people can't nail them. There's a couple out there that can actually play them. Like Attila can play Dimebag solos, and Wes Hawk, obviously. And also someone that I recognized at the Dimebag, Courtney Cox. Holy shit face. She blew everyone else out of the park that night. She nailed everything. She played the solo for Shatter, and it was like, oh. Shit, she had been practicing, and she totally nailed those solos. So that was really admirable. I think now I love that woman, to be honest. She's incredible. So, I mean, just check out the solo for A New Level. I actually made a cover of that solo and that song before I left for NAMM, because I felt like, okay, I'm gonna learn this song. I might as well do a cover, because then I really have to practice for the solo. And even though, you know, I nailed it, it's just not perfect at all. I don't think I have it in me. I try to do Dimebag, you know, it's just way too hard for me to play his stuff. I think it's more easy for me to learn like Petrucci stuff, because I mean, you know, that's very technically hard to play, but at least I can figure it out, because it makes sense. With Dimebag, it's really hard. It doesn't make sense. It's just a lot of feel and emotion, and the solos are just all over the place. And I mean, he's sliding up and down in tempo. It's just really hard to mimic that stuff, and I think that is what makes Dimebag's playing so special. And I know a lot of players that are like this, but I mean, for me personally, I think Dimebag was the shit, basically. And so there you go. Any Pantera solo is a tough one to learn, in my opinion. So there you go, Stephen Faust. Jonathan Eggmore, hey Ola, I hope you are well. Dude, after all the NAMM posts, I'd love to know your thoughts on the drastic change of Michael Angelo Batio going to a budget company with a wild new signature model. It has 4 pickups. And why do you think he has this mindset at this stage of his career when he could be associated with bigger companies? I know you don't actually care what other artists do, but I thought this was a strange exception. Oh, interesting. I didn't know about this, so let me check it out. Michael Angelo Batio is incredible. New signature. I don't even know what brand it is. New signature guitar. What brand is it? Okay, it says Dean Guitars here. I mean, Dean... he's been with Dean for a good while. What the hell? I can't find anything. New signature guitar. What? Going to a budget company? I don't know what you're saying, because it seems like he's still with Dean. Otherwise, why would he do this Friday, January 24th, 2020, a Dean-sponsored event? That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. What? Okay, let me see. Here's a video from NAMM. What's this? Nextlevelguitar.com. What the hell is this? Sawtooth? Or what? What? I have no idea. They just announced a tour sponsored by Dean for Michael Angelo Batio. What? Okay. Doesn't make any sense. What's up here? Okay, let's check out his guitars. Is this what he plays? I pressed Michelangelo. Okay. Sawtooth artist. Maybe, oh no, maybe he's just an amplifier artist, but for the website and for the booth, they wanted him to play the Sawtooth guitars. So I believe he's probably still a Dean artist, but that's so weird, man. That's so weird. No, I still think he's probably still a Dean guitar artist, but he's using Sawtooth amplifiers. And then, what the hell is Sawtooth? I have no idea. This was the first time I heard about it. But cool, man. Cool. Sorry, I have no idea what this is. That's at least my guess. I think that he was just demoing the amplifiers using their guitars. So I don't think he switched guitar brands, to be honest. That's just my guess right there. Jumping brands, just to talk about some, I mean, basically answering the question, even though I don't think this is the case with Michael Angelo Batio, but jumping brands is basically, you know, I mean, I would probably say that 80% of the time, it's probably not about how good the guitars are. I think it's more about the actual people working at the brand. Maybe 50% then. Say 50% of the artists that are out there, they are more about, you know, their contact or the people working at a specific brand rather than the guitars. I mean, a guitar is, at the end of the day, just a guitar. I mean, you can basically make anything you want through any brand. And when people switch brands, it's probably because, you know, they feel that they don't have, you know, a good relationship with the artist relations or anything like that. So I think that's more likely when you see people switch brands like this. Now, it doesn't seem like Michael Angelo Batio is switching brands. I might be wrong, but I think that is probably the case right here. But we'll just have to see. Maybe he can confirm. I don't know. This became really weird. Picandy. Hey, Ola, I was wondering when Louise takes photos of the guitars, does she use a camera? If so, what type? Love her composition and tones. No, she's using an umbrella. Okay, let me go get the camera. Oh, I can feel it. I'm getting worse and worse by the minute. My throat is starting to get all sticky and shit. So Louise is using this. This is a Nikon D850 full frame camera, and this is an absolute beast of a camera. The lens that she uses the most is probably this one. It's the 50mm 1.4. You can see it's been dropped here. This camera is super awesome, but I mean, there's so many good cameras out there. You can go with Canon or whatever. We always had Nikon. We always used Nikon, so we just keep on using Nikon because it's, you know, that's what we know and use. It's a good camera, man. And that was the last question, but I don't really feel that I'm finished. What should I do? Should I play a riff? Riff of the day. Riff of the day. You take a mortal man and put him in control. Watch him become a god. Riff of the day. Riff of the day. Great, that was the riff of the day. One thing that's going to happen this coming week, and hopefully when you watch this FAQ, it has already happened, but I will have my curtain here. It will be installed tomorrow. I'm actually doing a video of the installment of all, and I have a new rack back there. I'm going to show it all to you guys. I have a splendid video, and next week there will also be a new wooden wall on that side of the office. So I can have, you know, coffee with Ola and Will It Chug happening over there. And yeah, there's a lot of things happening in my office. I'm really happy, and I'm also really happy because now I finally get to grind videos, even though next week I will probably be sick. But I can't wait to just start working again. I have so much to offer when it comes to videos, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to the future, guys. And I just want to reach out and say thank you so much for still watching me, and you know, my beautiful members, thank you. You're the absolute best. If you have any questions, you go to the comment section below and you write them down. I'll read them and consider to answer them in the next FAQ. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching, and see you tomorrow because I have videos on Mondays as well. Great. Thank you.